Welcome back to the Conscious Code series on the EmbodyMe Podcast. My name is Crystal Renae. I was referring to myself as the soul brand alchemist, but I am going through a major shift and transition in my business as I align to what's going on in my life and remain authentic, because that is what I preach. So, with that being said, I feel like this is the perfect episode to kind of share with my audience what's been going on with me, why it's been so long since I have released any podcast episodes. And it really does align with the energy of the gate that we're talking about today, which is gate 59. So, that being said, my conscious sun is gate 59. This is a gate that I have almost been afraid to record. Not afraid, but I would say maybe intimidated, because it is my gate. It's the gate I've spent most time with to really understand. And I know that it is my duty to remain intimate, be transparent, right, with what is going on with me. So I have been going through a pretty rough split with the person that I've been with for the last 9 years of my life. We were engaged and had two children together, and all of that is coming to an end. Not going to go into detail about why or any of that, but it is a huge shift in my life. It has caused some stress, but I am ready for my glow up. I am ready to find myself again, outside of my relationship without somebody else's influence on my life, on the decisions that I make. And when we're in relationships, we do tend to make a lot of sacrifices. So I'm just ready to get back into being the whole person that I am and be more consistent in recording the rest of these gates. I know you guys are waiting for them. I do thank you so much for your patience and bearing with me as I collect myself and just come back to the inner strength that lives within me, right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's gate 59, which I refer to as the intimate honesty. Now, in human design, this is called the gate of sexuality or the gate of intimacy and also the gate of sustainability. It's located in the sacral center, going towards the emotional solar plexus center, connected to gate 6. And this is in the tropical sign of Virgo and the Vedic sign of Leo in the Magha nakshatra. So, yes, I am a Magha sun and a tropical Virgo. And the overall energy of gate 59 is all about your ability to break down barriers that exist between people and create deep, meaningful connections with others. At its core, this energy drives you towards intimacy and union, often expressed through sexual energy and the natural desire to reproduce. Power of Gate 59 lies in your capacity to form intimate bonds by being honest, vulnerable, and transparent, whether in your personal relationships or in your professional interactions. And this is why I preach authenticity so much, because this is my brand sphere in the Gene Keys as well as my life's work. It's all about human connection and intimacy. It's all about co-creation with another person, whether that's a child or a project or a business. And it holds the potential for relationships that are not just fulfilling, but truly transformative. I actually refer to this gate as the penis of the gates. It is penetrating. It wants to penetrate other people's auras. I want to know you on a deep, intimate level when I connect with you. And that's what it's all about. And I want to create with you if I see potential in your creative ability, of course. So let's talk about the shadow of gate 59, which is dishonesty. And this may lead to avoidance of vulnerability, which often expresses itself as dishonesty, fear, or discomfort associated with a deep connection that could lead to manipulation, power struggles, or exclusion. This is all about not necessarily being dishonest with another person, but being dishonest with yourself about how you truly feel about the people in your life. And I was stuck in that dishonesty, in that shadow for 9 years. Maybe I shouldn't say the whole time, but I finally took my rose colored glasses off. So, the repressive nature, or if you're more of an introverted person, this can show up as being excluded. So you may feel a deep sense of exclusion where the fear of vulnerability and intimacy causes you to pull away and isolate yourself. This can lead to unconscious self exclusion from relationships or social interactions. You might feel like a victim or marginalized, retreating emotionally and refusing to open up to others, which helps you stay in a cycle of disconnection and loneliness. And I feel like I have been in this repressive shadow for a few years now, kind of sticking to myself, where I'm normally a social butterfly that has a lot of connections with people. And the reactive nature, if you're more of an extroverted person, it can show up as intrusive. This is driven by the fear of being excluded or rejected. You might push too hard to form connections, becoming overly assertive or aggressive in your attempts. And this can come across as intrusive or invasive to others, creating conflict or discomfort in relationships. And your desire to break down barriers and achieve intimacy may become uncontrolled. And when you try to force connections too quickly or too intensely, it can cause others to retreat or push back. So it's all about feeling left out in the shadow. You either feel excluded, like people aren't inviting you to things, or you intrude, you place yourself inside other people's situations, whatever they may be. You're intrusive or you feel excluded and it hurts your feelings, right? Because it's all about that intimate connection with other people. So in your shadow, you might shy away from expressing your true feelings and emotions. This is the dishonesty where you're like, "No, no, everything's fine," right? When it's not. Opting instead for a facade of strength or indifference. And you could harbor hidden agendas and be dishonest in your interactions with others. And this dishonesty can lead to mistrust and conflict in your relationships, where you are specifically connecting with a person for a specific reason, but you're not being transparent and vulnerable about the reason that you're connecting with that person. So it's always best to be completely forthcoming with your intentions with this shadow. And you might fear vulnerability due to the potential loss of control it may represent. And this fear could stop you from fully engaging in intimate relationships. You're afraid to get close to people. And I can tell you, I've been in the repressive and the reactive nature of this. And you might find yourself engaging in power struggles in your relationships, often resulting from an inability to be vulnerable and honest. And you may experience a sense of fear when others enter your presence, which could be a reflection of your deep seated distrust. And this is all about when you're alone, you feel completely safe. But as soon as another person walks into the room, there is this distrust that happens like, what ulterior motives does this other person have for me? What intentions do they have? And that's where you can become excluded and kind of keep yourself away from other people due to that fear. That brings us to the gift of intimacy, and that operates from a place of honesty and openness, facilitating profound intimacy by breaking down barriers through vulnerability, creating deep, meaningful connections, that foster trust and understanding, being forthcoming with your intentions, being transparent and vulnerable. So, the gift of intimacy allows you to break down barriers and build deeper connections with others. You're capable of fostering relationships that are profound, enriching, and go beyond words. By embracing vulnerability and openness, you can create an environment of trust and closeness in your relationships. And with the gift of honesty, you communicate your feelings thoughts and desires in a clear and authentic manner. This transparency paves the way for stronger relationships and mutual understanding. You're able to confront and express your truths, and in doing so, enhance the intimacy of your connections. The Gate 59 energy not only seeks, but creates bonds with others. You attract others with your honesty and vulnerability, emitting a strong signal of intimacy. And this makes you a beacon for relationships, both personal and professional, drawing the right people and projects into your life. Your sexual energy isn't just for procreation, creating babies. It's also a force of creativity. So this gift encourages you to channel this energy into giving birth to creative projects and ventures. Your fertility isn't limited to biology, but extends to your ability to create and innovate, co create with somebody else. Let's become intimate with each other and let all of our intentions be known, and let's create something beautiful together. And anyone that knows me, all my friends, know that I'm like that. So, and you have a profound understanding of personal boundaries and the importance of respecting them. And this helps you build healthy, balanced relationships where both parties feel seen, respected, and valued. And your highest state of frequency, your siddhi, is transparency, which embodies absolute transparency and complete openness, devoid of any hidden agendas or fear. This allows for a transformative level of intimacy and connection that transcends conventional understanding. There are no hidden agendas. You can see right through me in the city. And you're very aware of your strong sexual energy and how to channel it positively, whether it's through intimate relationships or creative ventures. You have the ability to harness this energy for constructive, life affirming purposes. And with this gate active, you have the capacity to learn and employ healthy communication skills. You understand the importance of clear, open dialogue in maintaining and deepening relationships. And your ability to express your needs and listen to others fosters mutual respect and understanding. And what Richard Rudd says in his book specifically about this gate is anytime you are having issues or problems with someone, ask yourself, where am I not being honest with this person? What is it that I'm holding back? Are there any hidden intentions that I have not expressed fully to this person? And how you can use this gate in your brand to embody this in your brand. Start by embracing honesty and vulnerability. Your authentic self and transparent communication are key to building trusting, meaningful relationships with your audience and your clients. As you show up in your business with openness about your values, your mission, and even the challenges that you've overcome, you create an atmosphere where your audience feels safe to connect deeply. So, vulnerability fosters a sense of intimacy, enabling you to break down barriers and create connections that are grounded in truth and understanding. This level of connection creates long lasting loyalty, trust, and advocacy for your clients, making them feel seen and heard in ways that resonate deeply. It's all about honesty, it's all about transparency, vulnerability, letting people know exactly what your intentions are. And here are some contemplative questions you can ask yourself if you have this gate active. Where do I crave more intimacy in my life? And how may I go first in being vulnerable enough to create it? Am I being vulnerable and honest, or do I avoid these aspects due to fear? And am I using my vulnerability to create real connections, or am I using it to manipulate or control? Do I have any hidden agendas that I have not expressed with transparency? And here are some tips that you can use to further embrace the shadow of dishonesty and embody the gift of transparency and intimacy. Embrace vulnerability. Understand that being vulnerable is the secret to intimacy. By opening up and letting yourself be seen, you foster deep connections. Cultivate honesty. Dishonesty can only lead to barriers in your relationships. Foster openness and honesty as the cornerstones of all your interactions. And explore your fears. Fear of intimacy can hold you back. Explore your fears, understand them, and find ways to overcome them. This could involve personal reflection or seeking support from a therapist or a counselor or a coach. It's all about practicing transparency, which builds trust. So don't hide your true self or your intentions from those you wish to connect with. Be clear about your feelings, thoughts, and desires. And I promise you guys, once I get over this separation that I'm having, I will go much deeper into the details of it because it's a huge catalyst for my next project, which is going to be the EmbodyMe Alliance membership, where I am reconnecting with myself and I want to take my audience with me. Within this membership, you will find all the keys to create more intimacy with your soul and who you are. So we'll be exploring ourselves. We will begin loving ourselves through the lens of human design and gene keys, embodying all of our authentic self and showing up fully transparent and therefore attracting all of the right people, the partnerships, the clients, whatever it is that we want to attract into our life by being authentically ourselves. So it's all about authentic embodiment, purpose alignment, and magnetic empowerment. I'll be taking you on a soul exploration journey with this specific membership. So stay tuned in the next couple episodes. This is a new idea that I decided on, and I said this is in perfect alignment with what is going on in my life. I know that I've been through this journey before, but I could definitely benefit from going through it again, this time without a partner. And I encourage you, if you, in the year of 2025, because we start in January, if you want to reconnect with your soul, it's a 9-year, which is all about completion. Let's go on a soul exploration journey and begin to love ourselves fully and authentically, showing up as our authentic selves and therefore magnetizing everything that is aligned with who we truly are, our transparent selves. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the Alliance, the Embody Me Alliance. That'll be coming very soon. So stay tuned. And with that being said, thank you so much for your presence here. Thank you for bearing with me as I get back into recording these gates. The next thing I'll be recording are the 5 human design types and strategies. Then I'll be moving into all of the inner authorities. I'll be moving into the profile lines, the defined and undefined and open centers. And then finally, out this conscious code series with all of the 36 human design channels. So that's going to be really fun. Also, keep in mind that the Conscious Code Collective membership is available at $47 a month. If you are a human design reader or if you're going through your gene keys sequences, this is a great membership to really dive deeper into each of these archetypes. Or if you're a reader and you just want something at the tip of your fingers because it literally comes in an app on your phone, here is the Conscious Code Collective. I have all of the information here for each gate, for each channel, for each type, literally everything that you need to know about human design. It is a resource library for you. You can cancel at any time. If you want to pay a one-time fee for lifetime access of that membership, it's only $4.97 right now. So go ahead and take advantage of that. I'll put the link in the show notes. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. And I'm staying on top of these episodes. Stay tuned for the next one, which is Gate 40. And I'll see you again soon. Mwah.